Hey guys, welcome to Tyson's Fitness Tips podcast. If you want to lose weight, increase your energy, improve your health and fitness, and look your best, then you have come to the right place. My name is Tyson Brown. I'm a personal trainer, and my job is to help you transform your body by sharing with you the most up-to-date information on health and fitness. I'm going to distill it all down for you into bite-sized actionable steps that you can take immediately to see results quickly. Now, every Tuesday and Thursday, you can expect a brand new episode, which will be a mixture of interviews with top experts from around the world in the fitness space, and as well as solo episodes from myself, sharing with you exactly what action steps you need to take to transform your health, your body, and your life. Also, don't forget to listen all the way to the end of the show, because in the middle, I'm going to share with you a time-saving tip, and it might just be a game changer. I know you're short on time, and this one can save you a lot of time and a lot of energy. So, let's get into the show. Want to lose belly fat faster and have more focus? Well, then you need to be doing intermittent fasting. What is up, guys? It is Tyson Brown here, and today I'm going to be talking to you about intermittent fasting and why it's so good for you and how it can help you lose belly fat faster. So first of all, I'm going to share a story with you guys, and this is about my online client, Jesse. Now, Jesse was trying to diet for a while, and he tried different things, and then he came to me. He's like, you know what, I'm not getting the results I want. I really want to smash it out. I really want to change, so I need your coaching. And so what we decided to do is Jesse and I started training together. I gave him a program, I gave him a nutrition idea, and then he said, look, I want to try something different. What type of diets have worked for you in the past, and what can you give me? And so I recommended intermittent fasting to him. And he thought, he's like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to go. But after we tried it, we gave it a couple of weeks, we trialed it. And then he messaged me back, he's like, Tyson, my waistline's dropped down, I've lost 2 kilos, and I'm feeling amazing. So in just 2 weeks, he managed to lose 1 kilo a week just by doing intermittent fasting and not changing anything else. Now, the reason intermittent fasting works for so many people is because it gives you a set period of times where you're not eating, and the rest of the time you are consuming food. But when you're restricting that amount of time where you can eat, that's going to restrict the amount of calories you can consume, right? Because when you have a smaller eating period, you just aren't going to be able to eat as much food in that same time. If I was someone who was, let's say me, consuming 3,000 calories a day, and I had 16 hours of the day to eat, or I only had, let's say, 8 hours of the day to eat, that's a smaller time period, and you've got to try and fit all those calories in. It becomes very hard, especially when you're eating whole nutritious foods like most of the time, and you've only got short times to eat. You might only eat 1 or twice a day. So you're going to be feeling fuller for longer, which is really going to help you to keep the satiation up, which is good. Now, there are different types of fasting different types of fasting methods you can use. There's the common one that you might have heard of is intermittent fasting. And that's where you restrict your eating period to a certain amount of time during the day. So this could be 16 hours of non-eating and then 8 hours of eating. This could be 18 hours of non-eating and 6 hours of eating. It all depends. So for me, what I like to do at the moment is I typically follow these 16 hours of fasting and 8 hours of eating, but sometimes I got up to doing 20 hours of fasting and 4 hours of eating. It's all going to depend on you and what you like most. That's what I would start with. I would suggest actually starting off with a 16-8 period, and if it becomes easy, then go further and further and further. Because what I found is, for me, is that when I skip breakfast, I do not get hungry until about 12 or 1 o'clock anyways, and I stop eating at about 8 o'clock, so it's a perfect time period. Now, at the moment, what I'm experimenting with is stopping at 6 o'clock at night and then waiting until the next morning, so that way I can have my coffee first too. So that's the first method, which is intermittent fasting. The next one is the 5-2 diet. Now, the 5-2 diet was by Michael Mosley, and it's a little bit different because he doesn't weight train, so this doesn't really relate to him, but I've got to give you guys the idea anyways. 2 of the days out of your 7 days are going to be very, very restricted calories, 500 to 600 calories a day. And then for the other 5 days, you just eat normally. Now, I don't recommend this because a lot of people can just you can easily overeat for the other 5 days, even if you're only having 500 calories for 2 days a week. And especially if you're not, this isn't really geared towards weight training. But it's easy for people to overeat and eat like normal if they're doing, if they're eating normally 5 days a week in 2 days. I mean, that's no, I don't believe in that one. So it's there, it works for people, but it hasn't worked for me. So the next one I want to talk to you about is actually by my coach named Tony Battaji, and he talks about the deficit day system. So with the deficit day system is what you want to look at is that you do extremely low calories for 2 to 3 days during the week. And on those 2 to 3 days, that is when you do your weight training days. So let's say you would do like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday weight training routine. Well then Monday, Wednesday, Friday would be your very, very low calorie days. Usually about 30% of what you would eat during the day. So for me, if I was eating 3,000 calories a day, 30% of that would be about 900 calories. So then Monday, Wednesday, Friday would be my 900 calorie days, and then the other days would be normal. Now this is a little bit more beneficial for people because these are the people you're actually weight training and you're also reducing the calories more, so 3 days instead of just 2 days. So that's another thing, that's called the deficit day system. Another one is the warrior diet, which I really enjoyed, and the warrior diet is where you usually eat one huge meal once a day. Now for me, I can definitely hit 3,000 calories in one meal. I've done it before, it's very easy. It's very hard with whole food, but it all depends on you, right? So if you like to have one huge meal during the day, this could be the one for you. But it's all going to depend on how your energy levels are. All these types of things are going to come into play, so you want to think about that too. Like, what do your energy feel like during the day? Are you going to crash at the start when you first try this? Yes, it's going to be hard. Your energy levels are going to be low, but you're going to get used to it over the time. So the warrior diet is really good for people who like to have one big meal a day. But what's going to determine at the end of the day is what your energy levels are. So you've got to trial with all these different things, and then you can do the final one, which is eat, stop, eat. You eat for one day, you don't eat for another day. You eat for one day, you don't eat for another day. And this is all going to determine, like I said, again, depending on you. So you've got different methods to try from. You've got intermittent fasting, you've got the 5-2, you've got the deficit day, you've got the warrior diet, and you've also got the eat, stop, eat. Now what I would recommend first is that you pick one that you think you're most likely to stick to. So for most people, they're still gonna want to eat every day. And the one that I found works for mostly my clients and for myself has been the intermittent fasting. And then you can just start from there. So say, what am I gonna start with? Am I gonna do a 16-hour fast in 8 hours? Or even start with 14 hours and then 10 hours of eating and then slowly reduce it over time to see how you go. Now, a way to keep your energy up during the day is drinking teas, drinking coffee, making sure you're drinking enough water, things like that. But you wanna make sure that you're not eating in that period, because anything with calories, so if that's coffee, it's gotta be black coffee. If that's, you can't have sugary drinks, you can't have any of that stuff in that intermittent fasting period, because it's gonna throw you out of it. And it's easy for us to watch out for that. So no sugar, no dairy, none of that stuff. Keep everything simple until you go into that period. So that's the video, guys. I hope you found this helpful. I hope you pick one and start with it. Let me know the results you get. Comment down below what you were gonna try, and I'll speak to you guys in the next video. Thanks for Hey, thanks for listening to the podcast. I really appreciate it. Now, I've got a special gift for you. If you want to learn how I managed to lose 10 kilos and keep it off, then I've got the perfect treat for you. I've got a free intermittent fasting cheat sheet that I share on my website that shows you exactly how to diet effortlessly with intermittent fasting and fit it into your busy lifestyle. And more importantly, this is the exact guide that I follow every single day that allowed me to lose 10 kilos of body fat and keep it off 4 years later. So head on over to www.tysonbrown.com.au and pick up your free cheat sheet today and learn how to fit intermittent fasting into your life and diet effortlessly. Once again, that's www.tysonbrown.com.au. Opt in for the free cheat sheet and I'm going to send it straight to your inbox for free. Until next time, speak to you guys then.